So let me just start it off, and then I'm going to ask Teo a question. So as much as there are differences between you guys, there are a lot of similarities. When you look at your record, 18-1, 13 knockouts. He's 19-0, 13 knockouts. That's very similar. You're both in your prime. You've both tasted undisputed. In your mind, are there any similarities between you and Josh Taylor?
No, it hasn't. There's only one undisputed champ.
Oh, man. No, so to answer your question, no, really, you know, I don't think there's any similarities.
Oh, there's definitely some similarities, and we're going to talk about them in this video. Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So this weekend is a really good fight, really good matchup between TEOFIMO Lopez and Josh Taylor. It's a good matchup because it's a very significant fight. The winner of this fight will be a major player at 140 and will have major options to fight the biggest names in the sport like Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, who will most likely be moving up to 140 to take on Regis Prograis next. So Taylor versus Lopez is a very significant fight. Now, if you listen to Josh Taylor and TEOFIMO Lopez talk, they clearly don't like each other, but they actually have more in common than we thought. So some information was just sent to me about Josh Taylor that I knew nothing about. And the reason why the majority of us didn't know anything about this is because the UK was the only ones to report this news. America's old media never reported it. And you're about to find out right now why they didn't report it when I tell you what he did. Josh Taylor, he was charged with racially abusing someone, and he actually pled guilty to it. He also was charged with possession of cocaine that he pled not guilty to, which means there was cocaine that was most likely found, and he just said it wasn't his. Now, I can't quote the racial slur that Josh Taylor used because I don't want this video to get flagged. But police were called to a nightclub after a very drunk Josh Taylor got into it with the doorman at the club who happened to be Asian. This is exactly what he called him. I'm gonna quote exactly what Josh Taylor said. He called him a gay-looking C-word and a big orange-looking C-word. Now, this actually happened in 2019, shortly after he had beat Regis Prograis. Now, I already have my suspicions of Josh Taylor because more recently, someone had sent me a tweet that Josh Taylor had put up. He actually shared a tweet of some politician saying, "I'm not racist because I don't want immigrants in my country." This was obviously a politician in Josh Taylor's country. And Josh Taylor, he posted something on the lines like, "Tell him, like, I agree with you," meaning he's saying he does not want immigrants, people of color from other countries coming to his country. But we all know the exception. We all know if Ukrainian immigrants came to Josh Taylor's country, him and the rest of the country, they would welcome them with open arms because that's what the majority of European countries have been doing with Ukraine. Matter of fact, a lot of these countries have been begging the Ukrainians to come to their country. So see, this story right here, this was the covert racist side of Josh Taylor. The incident at the nightclub, that was the overt racist side of Josh Taylor. But that wasn't supposed to get out because that was at a nightclub. There was no media there, but it still leaked out. You ever see some of these kids in school or even grown men? They get angry. Maybe it's road rage. Something elicits anger out of them, and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is a racial slur. And Josh Taylor is one of those people. So if Josh Taylor is saying this about Asians and immigrants, you can imagine what he says about black people when he's angry. So finding out who Josh Taylor really is what makes this fight even more interesting. Because now you have a white supremacist versus a wannabe white supremacist in TEOFIMO Lopez. You guys already know about TEOFIMO Lopez just recently coming out telling ESPN that they can keep the black fighters, and that's why he's leaving ESPN. He feels the black fighters are getting treated better than they should be. The translation is simple. He's basically calling ESPN a bunch of N-word lovers. But what I respect about TEOFIMO the most is he's standing on his word. He's not retracting. He's not apologizing because he recently came out, reacted to the backlash, and he said, no, I'm not going to apologize for what I said. He said, because if I did that, I wouldn't be T.O. And I respect that because I've always said, if you're going to be a racist, own it. Why do you want to be a racist without the title? If that's how you feel, just own it. And T.O. is owning it. The only difference from T.O. and Josh Taylor is Josh Taylor is willing to fight black fighters, and he's willing to fight the most dangerous black fighters. While TEOFIMO, he's trying to avoid all of the black fighters. Like I said before, if you're going to tell ESPN that you're better than the black fighters and you're getting annoyed that you feel the black fighters are getting treated better, then that's supposed to be even more of an incentive for you to challenge them. So you can show ESPN, I'm better than all of these guys that you said were good. But he's not doing that because he wants none of the smoke. He doesn't want to try to prove that he's better than them because he doesn't feel he's better than them. And this is the reason why Teofimo Lopez, he took less money to fight George Kambosos when he could have made almost twice the amount to fight against Devin Haney. This is also the reason why Teofimo is fighting Josh Taylor and not Regis Prograis. For those of you guys who didn't know, Teofimo, he was Regis Prograis' mandatory. He was the #1 contender. But he turned down that title shot to fight for Josh Taylor's belt. And we know what happened the last time Teofimo thought he was taking an easier fight. He lost. But this fight right here is definitely a 50-50 fight. Now, I told you guys before in this video, the winner of this fight will be a serious player at 140. But there is a chance that if Teofimo wins this fight, he will hold the belt hostage and he won't fight the likes of a Gervonta Tank Davis or a Devin Haney. Josh Taylor, on the other hand, he would be willing, I think, to fight one of those guys. But he did say that after this fight, he wants to move up to 147. But he's been saying that for a while. You know, money does talk, so who knows? If Josh is offered a Gervonta Tank Davis fight or Devin Haney fight, maybe he'll take it instead of moving to 147. But we'll see how it plays out this weekend. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
Fever blisters, diabetic ulcers.
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com.
Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs and defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
An important message from Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of VasoFlux and VasoFlux for Men. If you're over the age of 35 and over the years you've eaten pizza, dairy foods, deli meats, or meats with fat, you are likely to have some degree of plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. This increases your risk of suffering a stroke or heart attack exponentially, and no one wants such a catastrophic event to occur. Introducing Blackout. Blackout is made of all natural ingredients proven to help dissolve clots in the blood, remove calcium deposits and plaque from the walls of veins and arteries, improve viscosity of the blood, improve elasticity of the veins and arteries, treat varicose veins, and prevent the reoccurrence of plaque buildup. For more information, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856. And remember, to help unclog veins and arteries, get the Blackout.